Hey guys, Stuart here. I'm inside today and I thought I'd talk to you about knowing your genre. It's a very important aspect of writing. If you don't know the genre you're writing in and what the reader's expectations are, you're going to get bad reviews, low sales, and find it very frustrating. So every genre has certain tropes and expectations. Romance novels, they have a happily ever after. There's no cheating in romance novels. It's a lot to deal with, how a female feels and emotions. A Western, you don't want to have spaceships in a Western unless you're mixing genres. But you need to know what people are expecting before you sit down and write. In my field, writing erotica, you have to know the rules and expectations as well. If you're going to be publishing on Amazon, you have to know what types of stories will be blocked or banned. There's no incest, there's no bestiality, there's no non-consensual situations with your characters. And I know this sounds a little strange because you can write about, murder and people getting their heads blown off. No problem at all. But you can't write about someone not consenting to a sexual situation. So know your genre. Know in advance what will get you in trouble and what won't. And also know what readers are expecting. The last thing you want to do is spend, hours and hours of effort writing a book, and you think it's great only to have it blocked or even have your account banned. And that's the last thing you want to do is lose your account on Amazon. So do your research ahead of time, read in your genre that you want to write about, and don't just pick a genre because you think it'll sell. Write something that you're passionate about. If you're passionate about werewolves, write about werewolves. If you're passionate about westerns, write about cowboys. If you're passionate about romance, write a romance story. But be original. Don't just be cliche and copy what everyone else has done. Bring something new to the story. Bring a new aspect, a new way of looking at it. That's what readers want. They want something that's going to tantalize them and take them on that journey, that trip to a new place. So your job as an author is I think of it like this. You're painting a picture and a tapestry, and you're taking your readers on a ride. You're painting pictures with words. The last thing you want to do is jar them with things they aren't expecting. Like a beautiful romance novel will all of a sudden, the female lead, kills the guy and eats them or something. It's not what they're expecting. It's not what they want. So don't give them that kind of a surprise. Stick to the general idea of what's expected in that genre. And like I said, for erotica, I got in big trouble when I published my second book in my Jake and Robin series because I had a police interrogation scene that had a little bit too much non-consensual, had a non-consensual aspect to it. And my book got blocked. And Amazon didn't tell me why, and I had to figure out what I did wrong. I was partway through my third book, and I had to stop everything, go back to number two, figure out what was wrong, rewrite it, and I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out. Turns out it was the police scene. Amazon won't tell you why or what is wrong. They'll just say you're in violation of their codes of conduct. It's up to you to figure it out. So I did. I ended up deleting that scene. I realized it wasn't necessary to the story, and continued. But that's a lesson learned. So yeah, be original. Write something. Bring something new to the table. Look at something from a different point of view, and try to avoid cliches. Don't have dumb blondes and brainless bimbos and men with giant parts. Have a character arc, have conflict, have something interesting to offer. Maybe she's self-conscious and she doesn't want to, commit. Maybe he is angry and he doesn't like women and she seduces him or shows him love again. Just try to find something different. But you'll know what these things are when you study your genre, read in your genre, and yeah, become aware of what's expected, what's the general idea for each of these. So that's my advice for you today is before you start writing your masterpiece, research it. Know what you're getting into. Don't just sit down and write. Have an idea of the characters, the setting, the plot. Are these characters going to change? Are they going to become out better than they started? Are they going to learn lessons? Maybe you can set it up that you have, an open ending with room for a sequel. Maybe you'll become a serial. I've had a couple stories that I started as thought would be a one-time story, and just because of the way it developed, I realized there's more potential here. I can use this character again and continue on like a journey, and then all of a sudden you have a serial or a series, and but you got to keep your doors open. You got to do your research. Don't just sit down and write. The pizza guy came over and she couldn't pay for it, and so they ended up having sex. Make it believable. Make it interesting. It's not about, for erotica, I mean, it's not about, wham bam thank you ma'am. It's about the tension. It's about, building that expectation, and sometimes denying that expectation, sometimes delaying the satisfaction. You want to make it a realistic situation. Like in real life, would a woman do that if a guy, she ordered a pizza and couldn't pay for it? No. The old stories about the cheerleaders who break down on the side of the highway and the guy comes to fix her car and ends up having a sex scene. I mean, these are stories from your dad's old penthouse forums. These aren't realistic. And try to be original. Try to think of something unique. Bring something to the table that you're passionate about. I often say write about your fantasies. What is it that gets you kind of excited and worked up? And write about that. Another thing, don't write about people you know. So don't be putting names of ex-girlfriends, people you work with in your books, because if someone reads your story and they see themselves in it, you're going to have a whole lot of questions to answer. So do your research, bring something original to the table, and know the expectations of your genre before you commit a lot of time and effort into a manuscript that flops. Okay? So that's my quick lesson for today. I'm going to be posting some more videos later, but this was just one thing I thought of after my weekly roundup last night. Was I should really stress this before people start writing. Know your genre. Do your research. Be original. Avoid cliches. Write with passion. And yeah, give us something we've never read before, and you'll be surprised. So there you go. This is JJ Stuart. Hope you liked it. If you liked this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you later. Bye.